You know what? Sure, I'll give it a go.
Well, this seems like an odd twist for someone like me to do. It's not a stop-motion video. It's not some random thing that I usually upload on DeviantArt. What is this that I'm throwing at you? Well, today, I'm about to do something completely different. A movie review. Now, if you heard of one such movie reviewer, Guestsheaux, then you'll know that he started up something called Guestsheaux. A segment where he posts reviews sent by his fans to share the opinions of certain movies with one another. Unfortunately, since it's late September, I'm kinda late on the update on talking about Alpha and Omega. Great, now I won't be able to bring up how I found that movie on Netflix. So, what's the movie gonna be for this month?
Good golly! People like you on the team? How could we go wrong?
Oh boy, here we go.
Cool cat likes to rock and roll. Cool cat likes to love and sing.
Cool Cat Saves the Kids is a film created by Hollywood worker Derek Savage. For those who don't know, he has been the spark of some serious stuff going down on YouTube. For you see, Mr. Savage wasn't entirely happy with the responses given by those who watched it. So he responded to them the best way he knew how, filing copyright strikes on their videos. So wait, a maker of something bad wanted to get back on the people who disliked his work and attempted to hide any negative feedback given to it by striking their videos in claim of copyright violation? Why does that sound so familiar? But let's just move on before I start creating conspiracies. We got a tough movie to sit through, so let's begin. So we open this movie with some Comic Sans, little girls talking about Cool Cat, and then we venture into the suburbs to meet Cool Cat himself.
Wow! This looks great! Here you go, sign.
Okay, let me just get this out of the way right now. Cool Cat is annoying. Like, really, really annoying.
Ooh, we can make it our temporary office.
Yeah, we'll call it Cool Cat for President Office.
And we're open for business! Come on, let's go!
Throughout the movie, he always has this eccentric voice where he's trying to be cool with the kids, y'all. But then turns out he's no more cool than Chuck E. Cheese. Anyways, soon after, Cool Cat meets up with his good friend Maria, where they go outside to their outside yard office to conduct some work on their signs. Little do they know, however, that something butchy is botching around in this bitch.
Boy, I feel like picking on someone. And look over there. If it's not Cool Cat Maria, they think they're so cool. Longer punk up.
You know, for a movie about anti-bullying, couldn't Savage at least get someone who at least looks like a bully to play this part? Unless he somehow attempts to annoy Cool Cat to death, I don't see how he can be that much of a threat.
Hey, Cool Cat, I just got a text, but I don't know who it is.
Well, there's only one way to find out. So, see what it says. It could be good news. I love to get good news.
Yeah, me too. What if it's a secret contest, and I just won a whole bunch of money?
And we can take a nice trip together.
That's a splendid idea. We could travel all over the world.
Yippee!
After that, Maria got so many viruses on her phone that it had spontaneously combusted. Thus she needed to get a new phone. So to get his jollies on bullying people, he decides to send some nasty text to Cool Cat and Maria. Which shouldn't really be all that offensive unless you really take it that offensively.
You're right, Cool Cat. And always look at the best side of everything. I love you for that.
Thanks, Maria. And I love you too. And I'm Cool Cat, and I love all kids.
Oh, come on. If I wanted to watch something with pedophilic cat people, then I just watch Loveless.
Yeah, and you know what? It's silly.
Yeah.
Never do that again.
So after they shoo away Butch and go through some seriously bad editing, Cool Cat and Maria go back inside to have some lunch where we see Daddy Derek married a cat. Great. The next day, we discover that Cool Cat has been invited to be in the Hollywood Parade, and Derek and Cool Cat have been composing a song for it. Which means we get not one, but 2 song sequences only composed of Cool Cat being awesome.
Cool cat, yeah, and I love to play. I'm the coolest cat there is, and I'm here to stay. I'm loving life.
You know, while listening to this song, I can only think of one other thing I would much rather listen to than this.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Then we see Cool Cat showing off the other cars and just dancing around the Hollywood Parade. And it just goes on and on and on. It may not seem like it from the way that I'm speaking of it, but I'm serious. This Hollywood Parade scene feels like it's going on forever.
Crow, give me whatever you're drinking. I can't get through this stupid movie without it.
That's Kettle's
I don't care. Give me that drink.
Ugh. So Cool Cat and Maria the next day go to Vivica Fox's house to play with sandcastles, then Butch the Bully comes in to mess with them again. This movie is giving me mind pains. So when Butch comes back to destroy their sandcastles, Cool Cat and Maria yell at him and then he runs away. Okay, I've been putting this off for a while now, but at this point in the movie, I think it's about time I address this. I mentioned before of how Butch isn't really looking like a legit bully, like he's not intimidating, but there's a bigger factor of what doesn't make him a good bully. Butch's portrayal of a bully in this movie is just not accurate at all to what bullies do in real life. Because when I was young, or speaking through the eyes of this guy at least, I've dealt with bullies when I was growing up. And they wanted you to start breaking down and yell at them. They wanted you to freak out. They wanted you to get tempted to beat them up. That was their game. A bully isn't going to run away all sad if you just yell at them. If anything, they'll just laugh. Kids are going to think that just yelling at the bully is enough to scare them away, in which in actuality, it's not. Bottom line, what I'm trying to get at is, the portrayal of bullies in this movie is just inaccurate and stupid. We then cut to another pointless subplot where Cool Cat enters a writing contest and writes about fish. It's about as pointless as everything else in this movie so far, so let's move on. At this point you can probably tell that I'm just trying to speed through this movie because the whole thing is just a boring mess.
I wonder if Mikey sees that car.
I hope he does.
Watch out, Mikey.
Yeah, I wish. No, the kid jumps to safety as we hear on a news report that Billy the Butch has been resorting to stealing candy from babies and stealing kids' textbooks.
Help! The bully just stole my candy and he's right there! I got candy, you don't!
Immediately ignoring his rule of looking both ways before crossing the street, Cool Cat chases after Butch until he runs into a cop car. And then he gets arrested.
I'm a bully! And I'll be back!
So after that, Cool Cat and his friends decide to go treasure hunting and find something shiny in the backyard.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh no,
It's a gun, and it looks like a real one.
It is a real gun. I saw.
See, Mr. Savage, this is why you should put your guns in a box and bury them in the dirt instead of just leaving them in the backyard in the bushes. After Cool Cat and the kids go off to tell Daddy Derek about the gun, Butch immediately grabs the gun so that he could take everyone's lunch money at school. Because lunch money is the most valuable thing you can possibly get at school. But of course, as soon as Butch immediately takes it to school, he's immediately caught by the cops and taken to jail. And so the day is saved. Butch has been defeated, Cool Cat wins the class election and wins the writing contest, and everything lives happily ever after. Except me. Thank God this movie is over. Some people believe that this movie is one of those so bad it's good movies like Troll 2 or The Giant Claw. But for me, this movie is just painful. The story is clunky, the editing is horrid, the characters are one-dimensional, the actors barely try, Cool Cat is unbearable, and the whole movie is just one big slog to get through. Besides, even if it could be considered a so bad it's good movie, like The Christmas Tree, it just doesn't work as a hilariously bad movie if it's trying to portray itself as serious and informative. In short, unless you want to sit through this movie so you can at the very least make a review on it, I suggest you leave this heaping pile of cat litter in the trash. So there's my 2 cents on this. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go do something that'll definitely cheer me up.
Cool cat likes to rock and roll. Cool cat likes to love and sing. Cool cat likes to boogie boogie boo.
Jagging it, jack, spanking it, spanking it, smack.